The zoomed out life view is about taking a step back and seeing your current situation through the lens of the bigger picture. It's almost like taking on a third person perspective of yourself. Instead of getting lost in the details of everyday struggles, it's about becoming aware that there are things far bigger than you. Bigger than you, bigger than your current struggles, and bigger than your current state of mind. When you're stressing about something, whether it's preparing for an interview or finishing a project, zoom out. Take a moment to see the situation for what it is, a very small part of your entire life. Sure, it might feel urgent and important right now, but when you view it in the context of your entire life, it loses a lot of its power. As an example, when I catch myself overthinking my social skills, I try to remind myself to zoom out and remind myself that I've been working on this for a while, and over time it will get easier. My ability to speak and connect to people will improve if I keep putting in the work. It's just a process, and when I do take a step back and view it from the bigger picture, I realise that I've already made a lot of progress, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Or take something like working out. How often do we get annoyed or frustrated about having to exercise? And I feel like those feelings are pretty common, and when they come up for me, I try my best to zoom out and picture the long-term goal. I almost envision myself in the future. I'm not just working out for me today, I'm working out for me when I'm 40, 60, 80 years old. It even works on a broader scale, so zooming out and appreciating where you come from. So I'm from Scotland, and it's weird, but living here, you sort of forget that. Not forget that I'm Scottish, but you lose that sense of pride and appreciation. And I don't know if this is common for other people, but it's only when I travel abroad that I appreciate that I'm Scottish. But zooming out in my everyday life, I can sort of tap into that appreciation more often despite where I am in the world. So when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed, first I try to have the awareness of that, and then I try to zoom out and look at my life as a whole. It's sort of like being inside a cage with a lion versus being outside the cage looking at the lion. The lion hasn't changed, it's still there, but your entire mindset and ability to handle the situation has shifted entirely. With this zoomed out life perspective, it's also important to have a sense of something greater. So that could be through religion or stoicism, but it could even be as simple as like nature. It sounds a bit hippie, a bit wishy-washy, but when you go out for a walk, it doesn't even need to be like this, but when you go out for a walk, your entire mindset just changes. If you're ruminating about something, after a 10-15 minute walk, it's almost guaranteed that your level of rumination will have lowered. I don't know how that works, it just does. I also wanted to mention that things like your diet, nutrition, exercise, sleep, those all play a huge role in your ability to zoom out. When I'm not exercising regularly, I'm getting poor sleep and I'm eating rubbish, it's much harder for me to first have the awareness that I'm stressed, and second to zoom out, because I'm just more focused on how drained I feel, which keeps me in this narrow, stress-focused mindset. So prioritising good sleep, staying active and eating well will help you with entering this zoomed out life perspective. And this zooming out isn't about ignoring your current struggles, it's just about recognising that they're one small part of the larger picture. And the more we can zoom out, the more we can step outside our minds, the easier it will become to deal with life's inevitable challenges.